Welcome to episode 760 of Hard Factor. It's Monday, August 30th, 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. I'm Will. We got Mark and Pat today. Wes is off. He's behind a camera, sweating, probably somewhere in Texas, is my guess.
He's listening to the same 15 wedding songs he's heard a million times before. You make my dreams come true, and a bunch of like Hall & Oates and Journey and
Little Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, let's get it started in here. Tonight's going to be a good night.
Do you think Wes likes it or throws up in his mouth when he realizes that there's going to be a dance into the ceremony by the wedding party?
Hates it. Hates it.
You think he hates it? Because some of them are entertaining. I mean, that's why they went viral in the first place. Some of them are well done, you know?
I think at first he liked it, and now...
Okay, I think you answered your question. A well-done one he probably likes.
Yeah,
but
it's probably not.
How many are those?
Have you guys ever gotten asked to do it, to dance?
Oh, I did a dancing once, yeah.
Yeah,
I've done them too. I hope that Wes.
Twice,
I hope that the bride and groom, if it doesn't look good, the dance in, that they yell at him about it afterwards.
It's a lot of
Ask
pressure
him,
on him from
why
the
he
coverage
didn't
perspective.
Make it look good. Yeah,
right.
It's on the dancers, to be honest.
But it's also on Wes, because you think about this, like everything Wes is filming. As a wedding videographer, you know, we've gone on some shoots with them. All you really have to nail is the ceremony. So you need a lock-off camera to watch them get married, and then you have a roving camera. So that's as long as you nail that, whatever else you do can be fixed in the edit.
Well,
but if they're doing a dance and they're expecting Wes to capture it in a way where it'll go viral.
Yeah, you need to nail the ceremony, and then there's a few things at the reception you need to nail, like the dance-ins and the first dance, like the father-daughter dance, and like the mother-son dance, or whatever. Like that's in a traditional wedding.
But I'm saying,
but those are like the few things he needs to nail at the ceremony. You're right. At the reception, he doesn't have to do much other than that.
But if they're doing the dance,
couple smiles, couple laughs, couple drinks, cheersing, but yeah, not much after.
Just putting another level of pressure on his footage.
For sure, if he fucks up the dancing,
because it's not going to go viral on YouTube. In that case.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he better do a good job. Hope he's doing a good job while he's off. Working on that. Keep it tight, Wes. We'll get a report from him tomorrow. But first today, guys. First and foremost, got to talk about something serious. We learned over the weekend not only the identities of the 13 American service members who were killed in Afghanistan last week at the bombing at the Kabul airport. Not only learned the identities of all 13, but also that one of them was Navy corpsman and medic for the Marines, Max Soviak. And he was also a fellow listener of Hard Factor and a member of the Hardo Hive. One of his friends even dropped us a note on Instagram saying that Max was the one who suggested the podcast to him. So it's Max_Soviak, Soviak, on Instagram to see the few photos Max was able to post in his 22 years on Earth before he was taken far too soon. R.I.P. Max. A great American and member of the Hardo Hive. Max's family released a statement. Here's what they said, quote, "Words cannot express how heartbroken we are with this news, and we will miss Max tremendously. Maxton was an awesome young man who was well liked in the community, as evidenced by the outpouring of condolences from teachers, coaches, employers, family, and friends," unquote. Max was also held in high regard by his military colleagues at Camp Pendleton in California, and he had planned on making a career in the military. Here is a photo, guys, of the sort of the sign at his local school in Berlin Heights, Ohio, and it says, "God bless U.S. Navy medic Max Soviak and his family." And so R.I.P. to Max and the 12 other U.S. military, mostly Marines, who perished at Abbey Gate, just trying to save lives. As Kate was explaining to us on Friday's show, our thoughts and prayers go out to all those affected by the disaster that's still unfolding in Afghanistan. So,
R.I.P. Max and the 12 others.
Rest in peace to Max and the rest.
Yeah, it's tough. It really, I think it's always hard to see, American military deaths, and then having it hit home this close with Max being, part of our little family, the Hardo Hive, the Hard Factor podcast community. Just, it's really heartbreaking. And it feels like, I guess it always feels unnecessary, right? when anything like this happens. And just hoping for safety of anybody who's still trapped in Afghanistan, and obviously praying for the families and friends of everybody who lost somebody last week. And it's still going on, so it's tough. Just hopefully it wraps up soon and safely for everybody. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Hey Pat, was there anything that we could point people towards for, giving back? Is ZBT?
Yeah, I think we'll get that
anything?
out and we'll figure out. The one thing, Headstrong Project obviously is one of the best organizations to give to long term. I think that it's no stigma help for veterans mental health care. So that's a really important one. In terms of how to honor the people we lost this month, I don't know. We'll figure it out. There were some
reaching out to the families, maybe.
Well, some suggestions made were potentially if there's a way to give resources towards helping get the people who are getting out of Afghanistan or who have not gotten out of Afghanistan set up, because that was the purpose of their mission, and we want to make sure that mission was not in vain in any way, shape, or form. So, but we'll figure it out. We'll put it out on the socials this week once we find out the best course of action to help.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's so sad to see all those military members pass away, especially Max, who was part of our family, so part of our hard factor, world. So, but yeah, any other stuff, guys? I don't think anything can really follow that.
No, I think you covered it well. It was really tough news to hear that.
Yeah, just thinking about those folks. Let's do the show in the way Max would have liked it.
Yeah.
Not much else to say.
Yep. We're not going to talk any more Afghanistan other than just that little bit today, but I'm sure we'll make it back there eventually. But for now, fellas, it's time for a cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, trending news. It is August 30th. The August 30th holidays are Frankenstein Day.
Cool.
Yeah. Frankenstein Day.
Shouldn't that be closer to Halloween? I don't.
You'd think so. International Cabernet Sauvignon Day.
Now we're talking.
Okay, all right.
It's a good varietal. International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearances. That's loaded.
What?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Victims of enforced disappearances. I mean,
murders,
that's
kidnapping and murders, right?
Intensity. Yeah,
it's not forced; it's enforced.
That's a weird description. Enforced.
Is it like is that like what's it called? People who are in witness protection, enforced disappearances.
Maybe
it's people that have been disappeared from society. Human rights
but
violation.
Was it ordered by a government? It's not enforced. What does that mean? Or like by the like?
Oh wait, you wouldn't be a victim if you were going to right. No, that's a bad thing. So yeah, Pat's like I guess that's people who have just been sucked off the streets. International Whale Shark Day.
Oh, big for Will. Huge day for Will.
I do like whale sharks. Also, I wish Wes was here because I'm considering a whale tattoo. Just
hell yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Will. There's a whale of a story I have later today.
Oh, good.
About whales.
Good. My favorite animal. Next up is Janmashtami Day. It's a Hindu holiday. I said it right for sure. Motorist Consideration Monday. Muharram, which is the Islamic New Year. National Beach Day, big day for Mark. National Grief Awareness Day. National Holistic Pet Day. National Toasted Marshmallow Day. And Slinky Day.
Holistic Pet Day. Sorry, rewind that. Every pet is holistic, right? Whole from the earth. It's an organic being.
These are
what
holistic
the fuck
pets.
does that mean?
Are these fake pets?
These are holistic pets.
None of those manufactured pets.
Is
None
this
of those synthetic pets.
Is this incense?
Get those Tamagotchis out here.
In the form of a pet?
Is it against digital pets or is it
pets like
is it against purebreds? And they're saying that holistic pets are mutts because they're not purebreds.
It's so fucking stupid, bro. Holistic pet.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like it's more for the people than the pets when you're labeling it like that.
Right? Yeah, everything is more for the people than the pets, bro.
Yeah, the holistic pet people want to have their day. Yeah. Okay.
That's a weird day. If somebody's like, "Hey, I participate in Holistic Pet Day," and it's really big to me, That's a red flag.
Big time.
Pass.
Yeah. Go get a different vet.
I pass on your friendship.
Yeah.
You go.
Pass on getting to know you.
All right. Today in history, August 30th. In 1983, Guy Bluford became the first African-American to travel into space as a NASA astronaut. Congrats to Guy.
Hell yeah, guy.
He went on and did a whole bunch of other stuff, too. Sounded like he made a lot of money. No big deal. And in 1993, The Late Show with David Letterman debuted on CBS after it had been on NBC from 82 to 93 before that, which I guess was like a huge deal back when there was, 2 evening shows to pick from.
Big deal. The late night wars, they keep finding a way to tell us it's an important story and then retell it in other media all the time. The late night wars, Jay Leno, David Letterman.
So important.
They're both like 90, and Leno's an asshole.
Isn't the common theme that Leno's always the asshole?
Yeah, pretty much that he's an asshole. He's
Since
like
the beginning?
Yeah, he's a piece of
But like,
shit.
is Letterman like the perfect guy? It doesn't-
No. Just,
Letterman was like cheating on his wife, and he had to
Right,
come out in
yeah,
front
like-
of it and stuff.
He
No,
had
but
lots of scandals too.
in terms of the professionalism, I've heard that
From
in
what
that role, that Jay Leno was like ruining careers more than Letterman.
they were all in a crew. Yeah. They were in a crew of comics, right? And Leno essentially, time and time again, turned his back on crew members for his own well-being. Most readily evidenced when he
maybe I'll keep the role a little bit longer here. Yeah,
gave the show to Conan,
this year.
and then came back to do a 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock show.
Ratings weren't as good as I thought they were going to be there.
He did fuck Conan over.
Yeah.
He fucked Conan real bad.
Yeah, he fucks everyone over.
Well, he's got a lot of cars.
The subject of your last thing named Guy got me thinking. I saw Free Guy this weekend. Great movie.
Oh, really? You liked it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
The guy, just the guy.
Ryan Reynolds bounced back.
Classic Ryan Reynolds role. He basically plays like a combination of all of his characters. It's like Deadpool, but like not as cocky.
Oh, nice.
But kind of the Deadpool character. It's Ryan Reynolds in all of his Reynolds glory again. But the story was good, I thought, and it was funny.
Nice. Does that mean he shows his six-pack off? Because that's usually what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like his wit and charm, and he's like, It's like Van Wilder meets Deadpool meets everything.
It's kind of smarmy, but the audience is in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of winking or
breaking
almost
a
winking
lot
to
of
the
walls,
camera.
breaking the fourth wall like 15 times.
Lots of talking directly to the audience, for sure. Fantastic.
This is a movie, wink.
Right. Can you believe what this guy is saying to me?
Yeah. A lot of that. But it still works, I guess, yeah.
Nice. No, Ryan Van Wilder himself. Okay, trending news. Number 3, keeping it in the entertainment world. Not going to leave entertainment yet. R.I.P. to Ed Asner, the actor. He passed away over the weekend at age 91.
Fuck. What a beast Ed Asner is.
Yeah, lots of roles.
I don't know much about Ed Asner.
His
I just
voice
know that,
is awesome.
like, I think the Up guy was like modeled after him, like the guy from Up.
Was he?
Got a pretty classic old guy voice.
I mean, he just looks like the guy. Did he voice him? I don't know.
No, I think the guy from Up is modeled after everyone's grandfather.
Yes,
but that's Ed Asner.
But
that's
Ed's one of those folks,
right? He's like, if you were like, hey, who am I going to cast as everybody's white grandfather? It's Ed Asner.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a Mary Tyler Moore show guy. That right?
I think so.
Yes.
He's like definitely like a
Tyler
70s
Moore.
TV guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in a bunch of stuff.
Also in entertainment, Kanye finally dropped Donda. How is it, Pat?
I don't know. I mean,
You haven't listened?
I can tell you how it was when I listened to the Apple Music live stream, which was like a month ago, and I thought it was good. But it was also like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So no, I haven't listened, Will, because I don't know. I'm gonna come to it when it's my time, when I feel ready.
I think that he was just waiting for your birthday to drop it, actually. So happy birthday to you again from Kanye this time. And
that was pretty cool of him.
It was cool of him. Also,
Thanks, EA.
When you go to Spotify, it says that Donda is 4 hours and 40 minutes long. So I was
a lot of music.
I was immediately overwhelmed. It just clicked away.
I think you might have been looking at some of the Donda bullshit that popped up between when you thought Donda was coming out and when it actually came out.
So did he set himself on fire and then marry a fake Kim Kardashian? Is that what happened in Chicago? I think like he did a performance in Chicago, right? At like
he did. Soldier Field.
At Soldier Field, and he came out of a church, and then at the end, he set himself on fire, like they do in the movies. So he was literally, he had like one of the flame suits on.
That's why he's been wearing the hood.
He was on fire, and then he did a remarrying of I think a woman in a dress, but I don't think it was Kim Kardashian, even though he said it was. But he said,
aren't they getting back together though?
She was there. Trinidad went. I talked to him. He said it was. I said, how was it? He goes, it was insane.
Yeah, people are saying it's creepy.
It's an hour and 48 minutes long, Donda.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So whatever I was looking at must have been a fake.
Yeah, just a black album cover.
Phony.
So I guess they didn't get it. They didn't get around to finishing the album cover. But
extra Donda.
Is the first song really the one that's just like Donda, 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 Donda,
it's the
Donda?
Donda chant, 52 seconds. I assume so.
Okay, yeah, that is.
I was
okay,
like, wait a minute, you might
do the right thing.
Maybe you're on a 4-hour fake thing there, Wilf. They're just chanting Donda.
Look,
How long did you listen to it for?
Just a couple seconds. I got to give the other tracks a chance.
I got an hour in, and the guy kept saying Donda still.
No, I bounced pretty quick. But I was prepping for the show, so I'll give it another shot. I like Kanye's music. Number 2, sports update. Both versions of football, European and American, and then we'll talk some fights and some golf. First up, European football. Mostly boring match results with Leeds barely drawing against
Come on,
Burnley.
Leeds. Leeds cost me a lot of money this weekend.
1-1. Yeah, you know what I realized this weekend, Mark, was I need to treat Leeds like I treat the Washington football team, who I've rooted for years, which is you only bet for the over if they're playing a good team, and otherwise, never bet.
Not on the outcome.
Yeah, never bet on the outcome.
Not on the win-loss. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Done with betting on Leeds for the season.
Just go for points when they're playing a good team, and then that way, if they score at all, you'll be excited.
The Discord thread,
if they get scored on, it's not so bad.
Discord thread went like 6 for 6 or 6 for 7 on the UFC, so everyone in the Discord thread was up. We were doing.
I would have been up enormously.
Plus 1,200 parlays, so I hit on all my UFC bets on all the individuals, but I had a 5-leg parlay, and the only one I lost was Leeds. Leeds couldn't beat fucking Burnley or whoever the fuck. Come on, Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds, you're off the list. You're on the list with the Washington football team. That's where that's what list you're on for me. So, also Arsenal. Speaking of hilariously disappointing results, they got beat so badly by Man City, 5-0. Pretty funny.
Very funny.
But the biggest soccer news is that Cristiano Ronaldo is back home with Manchester United.
Back to Old Trafford.
Mm-hmm. Cue the Diddy music, and Messi made his PSG debut in France.
Came off the bench, and Mbappe scored 2 goals, but Mbappe might be leaving PSG now. Apparently,
is that what's going on? Yeah, PSG.
I think Mbappe is going to like Real Madrid or somewhere. Yeah.
Wow. So they're all just like trading.
It's
in
all
between
going crazy.
Big changes for the big names though in European football.
That's bad news for Leeds. Ronaldo's going to dominate.
Pat, you got any insights on
Drew
that?
said I bet the over on all the preseason games, and I think I went 5 for 5.
All the games got
nice.
points.
Well,
on
week
Sunday,
3 last week, that makes sense. That's good.
The Eagles had a good showing after the 35-0 loss to the Patriots. They beat up on the Jets.
Oh, good.
Flacco looked elite.
Let's move it on to American football while you guys are talking about it, because people who drafted Ravens running back J.K. Dobbins in fantasy like me are grieving along with J.K. as he learned on Sunday that he needs surgery on his knee and will be out for the entire season. Hope you drafted Gus Edwards like I did not do. Also,
who got that first week, Will? Me.
I'm
playing you. I'm glad.
Don't worry, I'll figure.
Glad
it
he got hurt.
I'll figure out a line.
You don't have enough time to figure it out. It's only 12 days from now.
Yeah, I got some time.
Also, I'd like.
They say Todd Gurley may go to Baltimore. We'll see.
Wow.
He was born in Baltimore. Well, that'd be kind of cool, actually.
I'd like to be drafted into a fantasy league. The one that I started and then took a year off from. I haven't been invited back in yet.
That's the one Will and I are talking about.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, you got commissioner cucked by a guy who's very responsible with his commissioner duties.
I was just as responsible. And Nick Miller from the Patreon and Discord he offered to invite me to his league, but it was through Yahoo. I haven't used, so I was like, Nick, give me some time. And by the time I got around to logging in, his league was full. So I'm a man without a league.
Oh, they've already drafted? You couldn't even get in the hard factor league? You couldn't even get in the hard factor league?
No, we draft Friday night, September 3rd, and there's a 14-person league.
Yeah.
There's 14 people. Pat didn't get in time. I'm in it.
Shit.
Have a laugh.
I might give up my spot so you can play in that league.
What league have you ever started that you invited me into?
Oh, man. Well, if I had started a league, I would invite you into.
I would have invited you too if I had started.
Yeah, from a bunch of non-league starters.
Unfortunately for you.
Wasted words.
Yeah, but I got to figure out my game plan for J.K. Dobbins.
Pat, you want to be on my hard factor team? We can draft together.
I mean, yeah, I'd love to. Let me see what kind of offers I get in after I put this this plea out.
It might come flying in, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
But probably.
Someone get Pat in the league. Bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Also, last sports stuff. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley is like going to happen like around the end of the show, or I don't know, sometime while we're
around midnight, Sunday night Eastern time, right around there, 11:30 midnight, something like that. Yeah.
And yeah, Jake Paul will probably win.
He's favored to win for sure. He's favored by a lot.
Who cares about Jake Paul?
We'll see. And also in golf, Patrick Cantlay beat Bryson DeChambeau on Sunday. Mark, you watched that, right? That was a playoff, right?
I watched the whole last round starting when I watched the whole last round when they teed off until through the 7 rounds of playoffs. So I saw them play like 25 holes. It was incredible golf by those two guys. They started at 21 under, tied for the lead by a lot, and then they finished tied for the lead by a lot at 27 under. So they played 7 playoff holes and birdied a lot of those. It was like the best drives you've ever seen in the world from DeChambeau and the best putting I've ever seen in my life from like Cantlay. Like it was just incredible. Unbelievable golf, and DeChambeau blew it. Like it's hard to say he blew it because he played so well, but he had 4 chances to win in a row before Cantlay had any chances to win, and one of them was a 6-foot 2-inch putt, which is like the length of a fucking golf club. It's like,
oh damn,
it was almost like tap in, and he missed it for like the 3rd time. It was the same hole he missed it on the day 2 days prior to shoot a 59. He shot a 60 because he can't make a 6-foot putt on the 18th green. And the playoffs was the 18th hole, and then the 18th hole again, then the 17th hole, then the 18th hole,
that's
then
kind
the
of
18th hole again,
though.
then the 17th hole, then the 18th hole. So he had to play the 18th hole 5 times, and he just never fucking figured the green out on the 18th hole.
That's kind of perfect though, because like everybody kind of hates Bryson, right? Like
it was comical for people that hate Bryson. He fell on his face. And again, he played incredible. It was wildly entertaining and good golf.
Something about that scally cap makes him really, really unlikable.
And on the 14th green, he talked shit to Patrick Cantlay too, who's like this kind of like quiet dweeb. He was like, "Stop staring at my shot, Cantlay, Patrick," and then the announcers wouldn't shut up about it. They were like, "Wow, he's taking it too far personally with Patrick, and Patrick's zoned in. I think he's taking it personal now. These two are in a grudge match." So they caught DeChambeau being a dick on camera, and it made him even more of a heel. And then he just fucking blew it. So it's pretty good.
Damn. Well, I mean, it seems like Bryson's sort of getting what everybody was hoping was coming to him with that one. Okay. Moving on to number
Still
1.
made like probably $2 million.
Yeah, well, I think it's great. I think it's great for golf that they have a guy that everybody like a heel.
Yeah,
I just think it's great. It's awesome.
It made Sunday really entertaining. Yeah.
All right, number 1, the cream of the crop today. It's Hurricane Ida. Along with Hurricane Ida, though, we'll end it with some positive stuff. But first up, Hurricane Ida made landfall in southeast Louisiana on Sunday morning. On the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina on August 29th as a Category 4 with maximum wind speeds of about 150 miles per hour and a reported 6 to 8 foot storm surge throughout the area of the Gulf Coast where it hit land. The eye hit land right over Houma, Louisiana. Shout out lots of friends of Hard Factor in Houma. And it's tracking to continue inland between the eye should go between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. That's what it's looking at as of the time of taping. And it's a Category 4, so that means it has super strong winds, like 150 up to 150 miles an hour. As of the time of taping, at least 500,000 residents in Louisiana, I think maybe even more, are without power, and Ida is down to a Category 3, and it's about 30-ish miles outside of New Orleans, southwest of New Orleans.
Is it moving pretty quickly?
It slowed down significantly when it hit land, like all hurricanes do, but it's still continuing inland. So, but there's tons of so far, like the videos just keep getting worse and worse. There's lots of wind videos, fucking with the boats, tearing roofs off, everything else. I just saw a report in New Orleans. There's like some elderly people who are in a damaged building. So yeah, there's going to be some bad news, I'm sure. As you're waking up and listening to this and checking the latest. But hopefully the damage isn't similar to Katrina, because Ida is about 1/3 of the size of Katrina. So
good.
So even though it's stronger winds at landfall, it's a much smaller hurricane. So hopefully it's going between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. So hopefully it doesn't really hit everything head on.
The leaks or the levees, do we have
the levees
protection?
breaking was the big motherfucker with Katrina.
Yeah, is that unlikely to happen this time?
Right, and I think because it's 1/3 of the size, the storm surge isn't what it is with a much larger storm like Katrina was. So,
good.
So hopefully it's not the same kind of flooding damage, right?
Right.
But the wind's definitely strong. So if they're in the direct path, you're
I saw those a lot of those videos you were talking about. Then I saw like a time lapse of they were doing the videos of it in the parking garages, because a lot of people go in parking garages or whatever. And when it was really bad, the parking garage looked like hell on earth. Like you couldn't see. It was so windy and so rainy. Even in the little slats, the little tiny slats of a parking garage looked like you would get fucking annihilated inside of it.
There's a place called Grand Isle, which is right off the very, very south Louisiana coast, and they were showing videos from there, and it's just you can't even hear or see anything. It's just all wind and
now it's
storm.
a 3, luckily, but 150 mile an hour winds. I mean, get fucked. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I was expected to keep pushing north and eventually end up toward Nashville late today or early tomorrow, where it's already been flooding recently, as we've covered. It was flooding so bad last Saturday in Nashville that local helicopter pilot Joel Boyers of Hellastar Aviation from Nashville was having to rescue people off their roofs, straight up. He just had a little red helicopter, and he was going roof to roof, picking people up. Boyers got a call from people in Waverly, Tennessee, which is where the really bad flooding was, who needed rescuing. So he flew in, and he got about a dozen people off, directly off their roofs in his tiny little helicopter. He had to pick them up one at a time. It was crazy, going from a parking lot to the roof, picked up about a dozen people before professional rescue choppers arrived on the scene in Waverly to get everybody else. So rescue choppers in the Tennessee flooding, the Cajun Navy, a beast, Boyers. The Cajun Navy, after this Hurricane Ida passes through southeast Louisiana, the firefighters out west, hurricane chasing Florida man Lane Pittman. That's what it's all about. Natural disasters suck, but Americans coming together to not only recover and survive, but also party in the face of natural disasters is always very amazing to watch.
It is.
And that's what's going on right now.
Brings out the good people. I don't think we covered the Tennessee floods enough, so apologies there to the people of Tennessee or people that knew people out there. It was bad. I think at least 22 people died. In the flooding,
the article I was reading said at least 20. So so around that, and then
so
hundreds had to be rescued. Like that guy was pulling people off their roof.
So hopefully you're safe, people in Tennessee.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Yes, stay safe, everybody, with all the crazy weather. And that's today's Cup of Coffee in the Big Time, which was brought to you today by Talkspace. With all that's going on right now, taking care of your physical and mental health is more important than ever. When you're at a low point, you might feel alone, but over 50% of Americans struggle with their mental health. I know whenever I feel like I'm at the end of my rope and I can't find any answers on my own, I'm always very glad once I've taken the important step of asking somebody for help with whatever I'm struggling with. Why torture yourself when Talkspace makes it easy to reach out to a qualified counselor from your phone anytime? Whether you're experiencing depression, anxiety, or other problems, Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform to help you sort through any issue. Thousands of licensed therapists are available for you to match with. Talkspace therapists are experts in dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more, to help you start feeling better right away. So start feeling better with a single message. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with the promo code HARDFACTOR. That's $100 off when you use code HARDFACTOR, all one word, at Talkspace.com.
All right, guys, you know what time it is.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
have an all-animal TikTok international moment for you. So let's go on a little safari, okay? First up, Italians believe another conception occurred immaculately. This time, it's a shark they think was born by a virgin shark mom. The reason they think this is because the baby smoothhound shark named Ispera, which is Italian for you're an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. It's Spanish for like hope or something like that. Was born to a mother that was living in an Italian aquarium tank with only female sharks. And had been in the female-only tank at the Aquario de Cala Gonone in Sardinia, Italy, for 10 years. So she wasn't getting piped. How'd the baby happen, right? Right?
Oh, major right. And this, okay.
Right?
We're about to learn something about sharks?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, Pat, we're about to learn something about sharks. This is the smooth, let me get a picture of the baby smoothhound shark. So apparently this is a rare, but something that happens in shark called parthenogenesis that occurs in some species of sharks, but not all. And it's where the egg develops into an embryo without being fertilized by a sperm, likely because the female genes shift. And it's likely when they're away from males for extended periods of time and think that they're not going to be around a male ever again. It's like for survival of the species, they just fucking fertilize the eggs sometimes.
Yeah. How do we not have that? Like,
lots of species have that,
Yeah. I'm jealous of it.
Sharks do. So it was that parthenogenesis or whatever I said, or maybe one of the female sharks had a really tiny dick the whole time and they just didn't know. Like maybe they should check again. I do know that Italian men are the most likely group of people to believe in virgin births.
That's true.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, Giovanni, I did not cheat on you. I'm a virgin. Mamma mia, it's a miracle. You have the miracle baby. Giovanna.
Right.
Giovanni and Giovanna's over there.
I'll tell you, if we had that, then I don't want humans to have that feature, the gender shifting and to be able to be asexual and fertilize your own. Because if we did that, then incels would start popping them out. You know what I mean?
Well, also, yeah. Also,
an
what
army
if it was only right?
of angry.
Well, you said never going to be around a woman again.
An army of angry, unattractive people. We don't need that.
Also, what if men couldn't do it and women were the only ones that could do it?
Would be
then
obsolete.
Men would just be out of a job. Yeah.
Speaking of men, we're going to get bashed in the next couple animal stories. And shout out Italians. I'm Italian. I'm wearing my pizza shirt. I love being Italian, but I also love making fun of Italians. Deal with it. Okay. This next one is a double. A double inside of a TikTok story. Whoa. But the theme is the same. So here we go. Marine biologists and researchers analyzing footage of octopuses or octopi in Australia have concluded that the females often pick up and throw items at the male octopi that are harassing them, like sexually. So not much different there than coastal humans. Shout out Tampa, shout out St. Pete.
Yeah. Or like Pepe Le Pew. Yeah.
Yeah.
The skunks. Yeah.
Yeah, right? So octopuses, which are an incredible animal, project or throw silt and shells or whatever they can get their hands on, like algae. And until now, researchers thought they were just discarding meals or just randomly doing it for fun. But after finally paying attention and reviewing several tapes, like one in 2016, when one female octopus threw silt 10 times at a male in a nearby den who was attempting to mate with her, they figured it out. They're like, wait a minute, it's the females always, and it's always guys like trying to like shake the dicks at them.
So is it a projectile, like stay away, or is it
Yes.
come hither?
No, it's a stay away.
They don't want it.
It's essentially their version of a gun.
I'm tired. It's I'm tired. Like
Or you're ugly. I don't want different octopus, please.
Yep.
What if ugly guys got
Shit thrown at
objects
them?
thrown at them when they try to make a play? That would really be tough
I mean,
for ugly guys.
I'm sure it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
but like
a
it's one thing to be like,
drink thrown at 'em.
It happens.
I'm not
sometimes.
interested.
Yeah, drink. Yeah,
It's another thing to be like, you ugly,
Just-
get lost,
throwing little rocks at them.
throw a tennis ball at their head.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys just like they take the chance that person's not going to be ballsy enough to do that. They'll just go past the protests.
Octopus females, but that leads me to Cornell University researchers studying hummingbirds in Panama found that almost 30% of the adult females look like the males, where they are super colorful in adulthood, likely as a defense mechanism to prevent harassment from males. Female hummingbirds are often plain or with muted colors, but the white-necked Jacobin females started to evolve and realize that the males weren't harassing the shit out of other males, like a Snickers commercial or a party in Iraq. Ew, gross. But so they got colorful and pretended to be males and fly under the radar, and now only the horny males only are harassing the plain Janes. They're not harassing the women that have the pretty colors.
This is the equivalent of like ladies just wearing dude disguises every day when they
just
go out.
dressing up like a dude.
I don't blame them if they do.
Just like grabbing their crotch a lot, like, ooh, how's it going?
Yeah, it's us saying in the last story. Like most guys are they're not gonna, like if you're throwing rocks or something at them, like they don't care. They're just gonna keep coming.
Well, who do you think is the worst culprit of catcallers? I'd say construction workers, probably.
Historically, it's been construction workers.
Yeah, so dress like a construction worker, bam.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
You catcall other women as a woman dressed as a construction worker. Mm-hmm. Hey, woo, nice ass and tits, lady.
Yeah, you put the construction worker outfit on and it just takes over. You can't. You totally expected that you just put it on to deflect calls, but you start calling yourself.
Males in the animal kingdom are even worse than just human males. It sounds like.
You know what women should start doing is just cat calling back.
Absolutely.
100.
Like it would be effective.
Yeah.
I know that it's probably horrifying if a group of construction workers was to scream at you and like.
Oh, definitely.
But if you were to then catcall back and then roast their looks.
It's tough. It's tough. It's a scary time for a woman.
Yeah, they would crumble they would fold so fast.
To be fair to the construction workers, I hope they've gotten their act together a little bit more since like the 80s and 90s. But
I doubt it.
Historically, they were the catcalling people. So, all right, let's move on to the last one.
Restaurant workers is pretty bad too. Like anybody who has a job where you just like get to chill on a place where people are walking by constantly. That's the worst catcall.
Anywhere where you give a guy an ounce of power, usually that tends to happen. We're terrible. All right, last one. Scientists in Cairo, Egypt, discovered what they are saying is the 43-million-year-old fossil of a previously unknown amphibious four-legged whale species, and apparently whales used to live on land.
What?
They had legs.
Four-legged
43 million years ago. Whales used to live on land in the Egypt part of the world then, the Africa continent back then. The new whale named Phiomacetus anubis had an estimated body length of over 10 feet, so they weren't like as big as they are now, and they had a body mass of about 1,300 pounds, and they were likely a top predator, the researchers said. It's like, no shit, it's a whale with legs on land. I'm sure it was pretty badass and a top predator. Yeah.
I mean, that's not a really 1,300 pounds and 10 feet is not really a whale. That's a real small whale.
Well, the new whale has raised questions about ancient ecosystems. Like, for example, what the fuck were whales doing walking around?
Yeah. No, it's a serious question.
Right?
Also, the picture you showed had some serious teeth. So these whales like were vicious carnivores.
Yeah.
Unlike today's whales, where they're like just like.
You gonna defend the whales still, Will? You have anything to say about the whales now? Yeah.
Well,
the whales sounds like the whales.
I think more of a porpoise, but.
Sounds like the whales were bullies on land back in the day, and now they're bullies in the sea. Just look at this video of an orca abusing a poor dolphin. Look at this. Oh, they're out in California. We're having fun. Boom! Orca just knocks a dolphin unconscious for no reason.
It's a great video.
Why would it do that to the poor dolphin?
Dominance.
Dominance, because he's a bully. Whales are like the O'Doyle family from Billy Madison, just big dumb bullies. And it sounds
I've heard that the orca is not technically not a whale, even though it's a killer.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, and there was that whale that bullied Pinocchio.
Yeah, exactly. Swallowed him. Absolutely, whales are dicks.
And that Moby Dick motherfucker. Speaking of dicks.
Right. I think what happened
True,
was
Moby Dick.
these bullies, these whale bullies on land people got sick of their shit. Other species got sick of their shit millions of years ago and forced them to the sea like Mussolini style.
No.
And then now there's bullies in the sea because they somehow adapted.
If
They
anything,
lost their legs. They got bigger.
If the whales,
they ate more kelp and shit or whatever. Yeah.
If there was a change like
Plankton.
that, it was the aliens beneath the ocean recruiting the whales. They were like,
Yeah.
you are so badass that actually we need you down here. We need your assistance.
Can you bully for us? And they're like,
Yeah.
okay. Sure.
Yeah. It was through their excellence, if anything, that got them noticed. Yeah.
Whales are dicks. Anyways, stop bullying the dolphins, whales. And then, that's it. That's it for the TikTok Animal International moment. It's crazy, guys, how fast the prices of just about everything are rising. Gas, groceries, clothes, you name it. And all the experts are saying it's going to get worse before it gets better. Great. I've been looking at all the ways I can personally cut costs, ways to save here and there where I can. And I started with my auto insurance. And I started with Gabi, Gabi. Shopping for auto insurance sucks. I get it. So does Gabi. They understand. That's why they do all the work for you. Things that would take days or week, Gabi does in minutes, literally. Gabi uses your current policy to compare your current coverage with 40 of the top insurance providers like Progressive, Nationwide, and Travelers. They're the one true comparison platform with fast, verifiable quotes, not ballpark guesses. And because Gabi uses your current coverage, they only show policies that are the same or better than your current coverage, many of them at a lower price. And Gabi is free to use, and they never sell your info, so no annoying spam or robocalls. Don't worry about that. Gabi helped me find the right policy. I was paying too much for car insurance, considering I don't drive that much, right? So I went to Gabi.com/hardfactor, provided my driving information. Literally within 5 minutes, I had quotes from 10 auto insurance companies, and guess what? Now I'm saving more than $70 a month on my car insurance.
Oh, wow.
Boom. People who switch with Gabi save on average $80 a month, so they got me by 10. Those lucky bastards. Versus their current policy. So $80 a month the average person saves. I got like 70-ish on my insurance, car insurance. It's not just me who loves Gabi. Gabi has been featured in TechCrunch, Forbes, and USA Today. Start saving on your auto insurance today, as well as other insurances. Go to Gabi.com/hardfactor to start saving today. It's totally free. That's Gabi.com/hardfactor, Gabi.com/hardfactor.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, we're going to talk about do you remember the guy who he sued his parents for destroying his porn collection?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about him, but first.
The guy?
Yeah, you remember the guy. So we got a long form. We have a long form about that guy coming right up. But first, this. Guys, your mattress is old and gross, let's face it. We all have read or heard those stories about how much skin cells are in there. And if you're still using an old school mattress that you bought from one of the box retailers, like, you're an idiot, because mattress technology has evolved so dramatically over the last even year, let alone 5 years. And Helix Sleep, these cats have the tops when it comes to the new style mattresses that are going to make you sleep through the night. You sleep like half your life, right, they say, so might as well do it comfortably. Helix Sleep, guys, they have a quiz that just takes 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type. Mine is lumpy. Sleep preferences, mine are side sleeper and tosser. And they match you with the perfect mattress for you and your partner. This is kind of cool. So if you sleep with a lady or a dude, or a dog even that you care a lot lot about, you can put their
throuple, maybe a couple people.
Yeah, you can put their preferences in, and they'll help you determine which is the best mattress. So why would you buy a mattress made for someone else? That's stupid. It's like wearing, a pair of pants that are one size fits all. They're going to fit weird and not show off a great butt.
Why would you do that, Pat?
You wouldn't do it. Guys, with Helix, you're getting a mattress that you know will be perfect for the way that you sleep. Everyone's unique. Helix knows it. You know it. So they've got several different mattress models to choose from. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses, great for cooling you down if you sleep hot, and even a Helix Plus mattress for plus-size sleepers. I took the quiz, guys. I was matched with the Midnight Model mattress because I wanted something that felt medium. I sleep on my side, and I move around all night, and it's an insane upgrade. It's fantastic. I go right to sleep, and I have a really big problem sleeping. It's a game changer for me. So if you're looking for a mattress, take the quiz. Order the mattress that you're matched to. Mattress comes to your door, bam, shipped for free. You don't even need to go to the mattress store, which is weird. Those things are weird. Don't go. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take my word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired. two very respectable publications that I personally read. So go to helixsleep.com/hardfactor, one word. Take the 2-minute quiz, and they'll match you with the right mattress for you. It'll be the best sleep of your life. 10-year warranty. It's just all the good stuff. So they're offering $200 off all mattresses and orders and 2 free pillows. And I got to tell you, their pillows are the tits. So here's how you get that $200 off of the free pillows. You go to Helix, Helix, sleep.com/hardfactor. That's helixsleep.com/hardfactor. $200 off, 2 free pillows. Make it happen. Okay. Guys, you know the American legal system is convoluted and broken in a lot of ways. Unfortunately, more often than not, justice can often be only properly served when the person seeking it has enough money to keep up with, if not outlast, his or her opponent.
Yes.
It's a bummer. We talk about it on this show. But every once in a while, a brave individual says to hell with it and risks everything they have to do what they believe is right and see it through to the end. And that's exactly what happened over the weekend, guys, because there's been a decision and an award in the Werking v. Werking et al. Case in the Michigan Western District Court. And as I said before the Helix ad, David Werking sued his parents because they tossed out his porn collection that is estimated to be worth $30,000.
Yes.
And
what a collection! I mean, that took years to accumulate that. I mean, how's he going to find some of those vintage pieces?
Well, he can't, Mark, and we're going to get into it. He cannot. And the reason we're giving an update on this story, obviously, is the decision's been made, so I'm going to tell you what exactly happened at the end here. But more importantly, through my pacer.org account, I was able to access the court records, and they are fantastic.
That would have been the best jury duty.
It would have been the fucking best. It was a civil case. I don't know if
oh my god.
I don't know if there was a jury there or not, but yes, it would have been great.
Dude, if you're the judge, though, you're wanting this to last as long as possible.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. This is the most...
Did he keep a straight face the whole time?
I don't know. I just have the document.
Way.
So essentially, I have the complaint, right? So it's a 111-page complaint filed by David's attorney against his parents. David is 43 years old. He lives in Muncie, Indiana now.
And he's single.
Right. Oh, 100% single. Well, here's the background. David lived with his parents in Grand Haven, Michigan for about 10 months after his divorce. Yeah. I wonder why.
Probably the 30 grand in porn.
Yeah, could be. There's a ton of emails where he's calling his ex-wife Mary like a sociopath, and she's like, "Don't listen to her. She's nuts." Now David's dad.
She's nothing like Janita Dunes.
David's dad. I gotta give this guy props. His dad is, judging by these emails I'm about to read, you'll see what I mean, but he is such a patient, loving man of his ridiculous 43-year-old son that got kicked out of the house by Mary. So anyway, he lived there for 10 months. His parents, I guess they had an apartment in their house, like a basement apartment. Said, David, come live here. David is like writing to his dad about how he's going to try to make life hell for Mary, who kicked him out.
Mary's a saint for spending any sort of time with this guy.
Right. He said, well, this will actually make Mary's life super hard because she'll have to maybe get a job and parent alone, and she'll realize that that's a sucky life.
We got to get Mary on the show.
David's dad was like, well, maybe focus on making your life better before ruining the mother of your children's life kind of situation. Yeah. That's
how many chances do you think Mary gave him with the porn?
Oh, dude, too many.
With the porn, well, it was obviously he was abusing it daily, multiple times a day. So I don't know how many verbal chances she gave him, but every day was a chance. Technically,
so much porn. Okay, so yeah, David moves in with his parents, right? And they get into a bit of a tiff, I guess, right? So David moves to Muncie, leaving behind his prized possessions.
Where should I put all this porn?
Right. For safekeeping in their natural habitat, which is his parents' basement. So let me run down. Here's the happenings outlined by the lawsuit.
Don't touch that box!
Right. So October 5th, 2016, David moves into his parents' house, okay? Plaintiff brought with him some of his personal property, and some of the property was pornographic in nature. And while living with the defendant, that's David's parents, the plaintiff, David, exchanged household chores in lieu of rent, right? Okay. Yeah, that was the deal. I guess that didn't work out, and we'll get to why.
Probably jacking off too much.
Yeah, because he's too lazy.
On August 23rd, 2017, plaintiff, at the request of local law enforcement, left his parents' house, right?
Right.
And after he left the house,
grass wasn't cut, the trash wasn't taken out,
the dishes were not
the
done,
dishes
dude.
weren't done.
No, he was pretty busy.
Enormous toilet paper bill.
Yeah, tissues and toilet paper built through the
after
roof.
the plaintiff left their house, the defendants planned to return the property to the plaintiff, right? And on November 22nd, 2017, David requested his property from his dad, right? And on December 16th, 2017, the parents dropped off the property, right? And at such time, David, the plaintiff, noticed that some of his property was missing.
Oh, no.
So David asked about the missing property, and his parents said, those items were destroyed, David. And let's get into some of the emails between David and his dad. After his parents delivered David's belongings to Indiana, December 6, 2017, David, as I said, noticed some of the items were missing, and there was a back-and-forth email. And on December 30th, 2017, he sent this email to his dad, Paul Werking, from David Werking to Paul Werking, subject, Re-Dream. This is from David to his dad. There's plenty of porn on the internet if you want to watch that, Dad. Try YouPorn or X-Hamster. Believe me, I know you need it with Mom around. I needed it with Mary around. Meanwhile, for me, there are college girls out there waiting to be made into women. You don't have to take someone else's stuff, and I would like it back, along with the sex toys, my music CDs, my tambourine, my black comforter, my record player, my wedding rings, my art bag, my owner gets clipped poster, which, by the way, guys, the owner gets clipped poster is from a 2014 porn film from Smash Pictures that was like a parody movie where some guy playing Donald Sterling I guess hooks up with black chicks because he's a racist.
No way.
So he has a full-size movie poster of it, and he wants it back.
He's a huge, like, Donald Sterling porn.
No, he's just a porn guy.
He just loves porn.
Wow.
Right. Here's what else was in there, guys.
He loved that joke of the porn.
One long container of smutty magazines. I'm also missing, I notice here, my PS Vita games, Silent Hill Book of Memories, Uncharted Golden Abyss, Rayman Origins, Soul Sacrifice, Injustice Gods.
He's 43. He's listing off old PS
Big time.
Vita games.
Little Big Planet, Gravity Rush, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Oh, and I don't have the cord that allows me to send pictures from the digital camera onto my computer. Weird. That's just off the top of my head. I'll think of the rest later.
His dad's gonna be fucking so sad. Did you skip? Was that like any dots, or was that like the whole email?
That was pretty much straight up the whole email.
So he just like ran flow of thought rates his emails like a
No,
maniac?
he had it very well documented. He
Well,
knew
so they're kind of
exactly.
going back
Yeah,
and
but
forth.
the first part of the email was like talking about how you should jerk off because of Mom. I had to because of Mary. And by the way, do you know how many college girls out there need to be
I think
made
that's
women?
just him.
Like, what is that nonsense?
That's his preference.
That's
for porn.
him getting into his dad's head.
Okay.
That's
Well,
him,
guys-
That's him. Like, all right, you got to stop shitting on me, Dad. I'm trying to get in your head right now.
What's happened
what does
thus
his
far?
dad care about college girls, and what does he care about?
No,
college
he's
girls?
saying for me that's my porn. My porn is these college girls that are ready to be made women. Essentially, his dad
he's
had.
defending all the college porns. Yeah.
No, he's saying that's what gets him off. He's returning this. His dad returned the property to him. He noticed some items are missing. This is like the fourth email in the chain, back and forth. And David is saying, "Dad, you took my porn, and I know you're using it, and that's not cool. You can just go to X-Hamster or Pornhub, give me my stuff back."
Oh, he's accusing him of using.
He's accusing his dad of using his porn. His dad writes back on January 1st, 2018, so the new year. David, I have never and will never watch pornography on the internet. Neither have I, nor will I ever watch your pornography. Furthermore, I find your whole attitude towards women to be very disturbing. Women are not objects for you to masturbate with. They are people created by God just as you were and should be treated with respect and dignity. I don't think that you have been listening to me, so let me make this very clear.
I don't think he has either.
I do not possess your pornography. It's gone. It's been destroyed of or disposed of. I may well have witnessed a few items that are now in your possession, but at this point, if you don't have it, it's gone. Ditto for your sex toys and smutty magazines. As far as the rest of the list goes, you should have it. I suggest you look through your stuff again. Back in high school, You joined a gang that made its money by distributing pornography to underage boys. I'm sure you remember the day when Mom and I discovered this and put a stop to it. At that time, I destroyed all your pornography and reported your activity to the Pinkerton High School officials and to other parents. I also warned you at that time that if I ever found pornography in my house again, I would destroy it. In fact, I believe I told you that I would have you arrested, but I don't remember this for sure. We thought that was the end of it, but we were proved wrong.
This guy...
This guy's been torturing his fucking parents with porn for 20 years.
It continues. We thought that was the end of it, but in the end, we were proved wrong because in your freshman year of college, you were kicked out of IWU for disturbing pornography again. Then
he got kicked out of
disturbing or distributing?
No, sorry, distributing. Yeah, you're right. For distributing pornography. At that point, then you went to Ball State and got married. At that point, we figured you were Mary's problem, not ours. Apparently, the love of a good woman was not enough to turn you from your evil ways. After 10 years of abuse, Mary kicked you out. And after living on the street, you were allowed to live with us despite the way you mistreated us.
Despite read first 4 paragraphs.
Right.
You were her problem now. This guy is really letting
in high
loose.
school, he was in a gang that distributed pornography. Then he got kicked out of college.
The dad ends it by saying, I made it very, very clear I did not want any pornography in my house. Silly me. I thought maybe you'd have 1 box or possibly 2 boxes of the stuff I expected you to throw out or leave behind. We counted 12 moving boxes full of pornography plus 2 boxes of sex toys, as you call them. We began that day the process of destroying them, and it took a while to do so.
They spent an entire day destroying his pornography.
14 moving boxes of porn.
He's like, it happened again. They had to do it when he was in high school. Oh my God! This guy's like they come back or whatever, that horror movie. He comes back and just keeps fucking his parents' world up.
He's a porn hoarder. He's a hoarder of porn.
So to give you a quick idea of whether or not the relationship worked out, so this is from November 13th, 2015. So before David moves in, and the dad emails saying like, "Hey, you can move in here," but he's so kind. He's like, "You can move in here, buddy. Sorry, things are messed up." The dad was emailing him ahead of the mediation for his divorce, saying like, "Hope things go okay today with Mary." So the dad says, you can move into the basement, but you're going to have to do chores. And this is what David writes back. Feed the ducks. Quack, quack. Hey, knock, knock. Who's there? Dishes? Dishes who? Dishes. A really bad joke. So he's essentially already laughing at his dad's requests for chores before he even moves in because he's going to be jerking dick so hard.
Yeah, he's not doing it single. Those ducks are going to starve, and the dishes are going to collect dirt.
So David kept pressing his dad, being like, "Why'd you destroy it, Dad? Where's my stuff, Dad? I know you're using it, Dad." And this is in March of 2018.
Oh, my God. He didn't believe he destroyed it. Amazing.
Dave's pretty...
Well, you can't comprehend somebody getting rid of porn.
Hey, he's like...
He has no idea how somebody could throw away a perfectly good porn.
He's like, only 1,500 Let It Be Clippers posters were made. There's no way he threw it away.
Right.
You see the ass on that poster?
So David gets this email from his dad, Paul. And this is kind of the final straw, right? So Paul says, David, so I guess his dad went through the stuff because he goes, David, it is not natural or normal for a person to have sex with his or her mother. It is not natural or normal for a person to have sex with his or her father, brother, or sister, son, or daughter. Essentially, he got into, like, I guess the taboo section of David's library.
Yeah, from the incest porn, yeah. Oh, shit. David loves it.
Yeah, I found DVDs depicting all of these despicable practices in your collection.
Those were destroyed first.
It's like, I destroyed these porn for your own mental health and emotional health. I would have done the same if I found a kilo of crack cocaine. Someday I hope you'll understand. So David was asked to come up with an inventory of what he had, which is pretty detailed. It's 15 pages, single-spaced inventory. And
he had it all in memory.
This is the...
no problem.
So he put this is the preface. He wrote above the listed out inventory, a word about the estimates.
word
It
about
is
the estimates.
very difficult to find a price for many of these items. Many of these titles are unavailable. And when I say unavailable, I mean unavailable anywhere. I've had these titles on my wish list and want list for years. Think not just out of print, but the entire studio making it dissolved, and that was 20 years ago. I bought all these items in either new or mint condition.
Oh, my God.
I played them maybe once or twice because I didn't want to get them scratched or messed up. He had multiples of a lot of these.
Tell me he put priceless for a few of the lineups.
100%. There's
He
prices.
put priceless.
There's a price list next to every single one of these.
No, I was saying like this DVD is worth $25. I'm saying tell me he put priceless.
Well, he next to the
this one's invaluable. It's priceless.
Next to the owner gets clipped poster, he wrote free, but I would like it back.
Sentimental.
So on the list, guys, 428 VHS tapes, 1,605 DVDs, 46 sex toys, including a lot of different lubes, a TI-85 calculator, a strobe light, 136-inch steel ruler, a black comforter, which I thought was a very strange choice, like color-wise, especially considering...
Right.
The semen.
He's staining that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, was a bunch of silkworms get in here?
So David, when he finally realized the porn was gone, filed a complaint with the police. It went to court, and guys, over the weekend, or probably late Friday, a judge made the decision, and the son of a bitch did it. David did it. David's parents are being forced to pay him $30,441 for the destruction of his pornography collection, and on top of that, $14,500 to his attorneys, covering their attorney's fees.
45 grand.
Holy shit. Do you hear this, Dad? I know you're listening. If I come home at any point and live with you, you better not fuck with my porn.
45 grand for fucking with his son's
sue.
porn.
This is the best lawsuit I've ever read in my life, and I've read a lot of lawsuits.
It's funny because it's actually, it seems like it's probably the right thing, right? Like legally, just because you have a moral
this proves
objection.
that, Will, right? This proves that these judges are like they follow the law as opposed to,
This is the law is, man.
They had to have been a tough ruling
because he is an adult, and
Yeah.
if none of the pornography material is illegal porn, then
and the guy admitted to destroying it in writing.
it's all legal possession. Yeah, so it's terrible for this dad because obviously he should be able to destroy his 43-year-old son's porn. But he
Incest
fucked up
porn.
by dealing with his 43-year-old son. I guess this is an important lesson for all the people who've got a 20-something-year-old hanging around. That's it just can't get started. He could sue you.
Well, when he moved into the basement, he's not with Mary anymore. He's single. Just in porn alone, he had 14 boxes. So when you start moving all that stuff in, you got to be a little suspicious. Why?
It's a lot of boxes.
Why is he moving in 30 total boxes with clothes?
Now, this is why you just got to not allow this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You just if you're the father,
Sorry.
you just sorry, porn kid.
I'll help you pay rent at a cheap apartment for
Right.
6 months. But
Well, that's
No,
how they
That's
started.
tough. That's tough.
And then
43 years old. Oof.
Eventually, they just succumbed. It's, we got this basement. The dad loves his son, obviously, you can tell.
It's
Does he
sad
still?
though because his son just sued him for 45.
yeah,
grand.
does he still love his son?
In the
Yeah, I
emails,
don't
it says
think so.
that the mother wants nothing to do with him. And this was in 2018. The mother wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the dad is the one kind of, I guess, holding out hope for David. But he's a principled man. David is, and he's going to see this through to the end, and he did. So he's going to be compensated to the tune of $30,000.
The one good thing I can only think of in terms of actual justice is, that David's going to do his best to find those items and rebuy them. So most of the money's going to go back to where it came from. It's not like he's going to go on a bender and buy a bunch of coke and just spend it on vacations.
Oh,
and
fuck that!
he's gonna buy porn with that
Now,
money.
no. Now that he's divorced, won't he just he's probably just gonna graduate to hookers, right?
I think this guy is a really special case,
Yeah,
Will.
I think he likes porn.
I think
You
he's a
just
special.
He's just obsessed with porn.
He's a
I
collector.
don't think he likes socially interacting with people.
Well, there's a great part of the email I didn't put in here. But it's essentially him saying how can something so natural be addictive, Dad? we're talking about his porno, like his love for porn
addiction, his obvious porn addiction,
and it's pretty beautiful. It's pretty well written.
He doesn't think there's anything wrong.
No,
right? He thinks
denial.
he's like in his mind David is to porn as Michael Jordan is to basketball. He just loves the game.
Even though 99% of the people that come across Michael Jordan's path have a bad time, they lose the game, they're having a shitty time. Michael Jordan isn't having a shitty time. David's like
he's having a great time.
David thinks his dad still thinks his dad stole the porn months later.
Let me
can't even wrap his head around it
because it's a delight. So this is David back to his dad, Monday, March 12th. How can someone be addicted to something that is natural? Do people have sex? People have sex. Do people masturbate? People masturbate. Do the endorphins from an orgasm hurt the body? No, they don't hurt the body. Are men visual? Yes, men are visual. Are women visual? No. Women are auditory. Do women have porn? Yes. It's called dime store romance. Is anyone saying that's wrong? No. No one's saying that's wrong. Does Jesus say anything about porn? No. Jesus talks about committing adultery. It's not porn, Dad.
He answers all of his questions.
He asks the question and answers it. My wife
scours
is
the Bible. If he scours the Bible, he can find a lot of things that are definitely anti-porn. But I like how he
says there's this one thing called the Crusades, Dad. Maybe you should read it sometime. Many people killed in the name of God.
Yeah. Anal
what does that mean? What does that even mean? What does that
I don't know, bro. Well, let's wrap it up.
If they're all just jerking off.
Let's wrap it up there. Maybe we should do a special episode breaking down this whole lawsuit because
we got to
it's too
get
rich.
someone involved in this on the show.
Yeah,
well, we have all the emails here.
We need to get the kid,
all the emails are public now.
The dad or the lawyer. We need to get someone involved on the case on the show.
That would be amazing.
We'll work on that. Guys, have a great fucking day.